Right to work sucks. Right to work sucks. Right to work sucks. Right to work sucks.
Can you tell me why you're here today?
Well, I'm here because of Governor Schneider's attacks on the working class. Right to work is a right to work for less, and it needs to be stopped.
What does right to work do?
What right to work does is it makes it so that the unions will not have the funds anymore to fight for workers' rights, because the people will be able to decide whether or not they want to pay dues.
Who are you representing here today?
Today I feel I am representing the working class.
Okay. What are some of the things that you're handing out?
We are handing out literature. We have I belong to a group called Socialist Alternative. This is what we have what we feel is the way forward for the working class.
Now, there's a lot of talk about how much people are making.
Mm-hmm.
The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer.
Correct.
There's been talk about capping how much money people can make. What do you think about that?
Right now, I don't really have an opinion on that. So.
Okay.
There's no real baseline. I guess it depends on from where they live. Like, and the cost of living for each place. So no, there is no baseline. It's just there's enough money out there in the corporate greed that could provide for everybody, and everybody could have a living wage. There's no reason why that can't happen.
Do you think that there should be some sort of a cap on how much people make?
I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea. I mean, I think that there needs to be some sort of redistribution when you have people dying of starvation in the same country where you have, more overall wealth than anywhere else in the world. Something's got to be done to balance that sort of inequity.
How do you see that happening? Can you kind of explain that? What you would like to see?
Complete social and economic change from the system that we have right now.
To what? How would you do that?
How? I think that's a work in progress. I mean, people coming out and organizing and saying that they're not content with the current system is definitely a good starting point. I think that that's the first step, is people coming together, and once you have that critical mass, you can start figuring out how we're going to get from here to there.
So do you think capitalism is a good thing?
No.
What would you like to see?
Socialism, ideally.
How would you define fair share?
Fair share.
So the rich should pay their fair share. How would you define that?
Well, it's just like there's a parity, like the farmers used to say in the 80s. Well, how many bushels of corn does it take to go buy a pair of bib overhauls? All right. Well, look at that and say, geez, how many yachts does this guy need? How many big homes does this guy need? Really, I mean, if you want to be fair and rewrite this deal, what you would do is you'd say, hey, the day you die, you cannot give this to anybody. It goes back into the pot.
Snyder sucks! A big fat one! Snyder sucks! Snyder sucks! Today's not the end. Today's just the beginning of this. So keep in touch.
What does right to work mean?
It means that we'll be able to have freeloaders in our workplaces that get all the wages and the benefits that I do as a union dues-paying member, and they'll be able to get it all for free on the backs of us.
What do you say about the people that say, well, there's just it's going to create this right to freeload?
That is absolutely true in some respects. When you think about the fact that what a union does is go in for the collective good of its employees to work, lobby, bargain for rights, working conditions, salary for employees, and if you choose not to pay for that but simply take the advantage of that, that's freeloading. I certainly think recall would be appropriate, though all of the individual organizations need to make a decision on that.
Even if a few people piggyback and freeload, it's not fair to us. No one tells those people they gotta come to.
It's nice to meet you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
No one says they have to come and work there. There's all kind of places you can work where there's not a union. Walmarts, I don't think have unions, and I don't think McDonald's.
First, so